In this video, we're going to be unboxing and setting up the X1 Carbon 3D printer. This is my first 3D printer, and I know basically nothing about 3D printing. This printer was recommended to me as a great beginner printer that could also grow with me as I tried more advanced projects. So let's get started and see how this goes. So I purchased this printer directly from the Bambu Labs website. I got the Bambu Labs X1 Carbon combo, which includes the AMS. The AMS allows you to print in multiple colors more easily. I also got their starter kit of filament and a couple of other accessories. And I received these 3 boxes in the mail. And just from looking at it, this box contains the printer, and these boxes are the accessories and AMS. So I'm just going to set these aside for now. Okay, so let's go ahead and open this box up. So it looks like we got 3 things of spool, a box of something, and the printer. So let's do a little cleanup here. Okay, so now we just need to get the plastic off of this. So it looks like this is the front. We've also got a quick start guide taped to the top. So now we got to peel all this plastic off. Okay, so now on top I can see that I have a bunch more packing material and some boxes inside. Okay, so the AMS is actually inside. So I have no idea how to get this AMS out of the inside of this printer. Okay, so in the quick guide, it says take out the accessory box, which we've done, and then use the Allen key to remove the screws as pictured. Got it. So I guess that's inside this box. And here's our Allen key. Essentially, right here where the arrows are, there are 2 Allen screws. You have to take those out, and then you can pull this out. And then it says, slides right out the top. Let's see. Yep. Okay. So we got our AMS. I'm just going to follow the quick start guide the rest of the way. So now it says remove the 4 screws on the bottom. So let's do that. Just going to set this aside as well. Okay. And basically this come out. And you can see we had the 4 screw heads on top. So I don't know if this needs to be used later, so I'm just going to save it and set it aside. So now it says take out the AMS cushioning, which we did. Remove the cardboard, which I've already done. There is still some more foam in the bottom, and I can't seem to get it out. So I'm thinking once we raise the bed up, and let me see if I can show you. Right back here in the back, and then in the front, there's foam, and I can't get that out, but this heat bed is sitting on top of it. So I think once I raise that up, I'll be able to get that out. So back to our quick start guide. It's time for the AMS assembly. So looks like most of the things are going to be on the back side. So let's flip this around. And it looks like the glass is going to be back on here. So let's do that. And then peel all this off. So it looks like that just sits on top, but I feel like it should like drop down in there or click or, have something to keep it from sliding around. But it's just got rubber feet. So I guess it just sits right there. Let me turn this. There we go. So we've got this tube. It's coming out of the back side of the AMS. And it looks like it just goes right in this top slot right there. Okay, I think I've got that in there pretty good. And then we need to plug in some wires, which looks like they may be up here. Nope, that's just more tubes. So, okay, here we go. It's in the accessory box. Okay, so I've got 2 cables here. And it looks like the shorter one plugs in there. And it looks like we can just plug in right there. Yep. Okay. And then I've got this longer one, which plugs in. I'll just do the one on the left. And then plug in on the side of this little box. Okay, I heard a click. So now we're going to remove a screw right here. And then it says secure the spool holder with 2 screws from the accessory box. Which the spool holder looks like this thing. Okay, it says top. And it looks like they want you to use these 2 screws. Yep, it says for spool holder. Okay, moving on. It says remove the 3 screws with an Allen key to unlock the hotbed. I kind of wish I'd have done that before putting the top on, because now I can't see in there. Screw number 1. Screw number 2. And then in the very back is screw number 3. And screw number 3. Once we do that, it says to put the screen on the front. Looks like that's right here. Turn this so you guys can see. So this seems to be right side up. Let's plug this in. Okay, simple enough. And then, okay, that was easy enough. Okay, so according to the quick start guide, the printer is now set up and ready to be turned on. There's still some foam in the bottom, and that print bed needs to come up, or the heat bed needs to come up and out of the way so I can get that foam out. So we are plugged in, and there's a power switch on the back. Well, I definitely heard something. So the next step in the quick start guide is to download the Bambu Handy app, which unfortunately I'm recording on my phone, so I can't do that right now. So we'll just see how far we can get using the touchscreen. So it says, select language, English, and next. And then North America, next. And then now it's asking to connect to our Wi-Fi network. So let's do that real quick. Okay, connected successfully, confirm, next. Okay, so now it's asking us to log in, which I don't have an account, and I think that was what I was supposed to do on the Handy app. It has the option to skip, so let's just do that. Okay, we'll agree. Okay, so now it's asking us to do calibration. It says the printer needs to calibrate for the current environment. Please ensure the heat bed is unlocked before starting the calibration. So we're going to hit next. And calibration may take several minutes. Calibrate. And it gives us a percentage here of how much it's complete. So we'll just let it do that and we'll be right back.
And we're back. So it says calibration is complete. We're going to go ahead and hit next. And it says initialization complete. Please ensure that the heat bed, fixed foam, and desiccant are removed before printing. Let's go ahead and do that. So we'll hit start printing. While I was waiting on it to calibrate, I was reading the sticker that was taped to the heat bed. This is ensure that the build plate is on the heat bed. It matches the corresponding plate setting in Bambu. Wash the build plate regularly with hot water and detergent for best adhesion. Wait until the build plate cools before removing prints. And then when printing in PLA or TPU with an enclosed printer, keep the front door open or the top cover open. So that's something I didn't know. I'm going to have to make note of that. And again, I haven't set up the app because I'm recording on my phone. But let's just see if we can get through the rest of this and do our first print. So it says press the folder icon. And then now, several things to choose from here. And I think I'm going to print the boat, mostly because I noticed that I've got a boat model component kit to come with the printer. So that should be fun. Place at least one spool of bamboo filament into the AMS and turn on the power to start the printer and the AMS. We've already got the power on, so let's just place a spool in. Okay, and then inside it has a sticker that I didn't notice before. It says to remove the desiccant. And there's 2. So we have 3 to choose from. And I don't know anything about these. So let's see, this says PLA Basic. This says PLA Basic and it's green. And this one, which is wrapped differently. So this one says support for PLA, only used for support interface with PLA. I don't quite know what that means. So I'm just going to set that aside. And I don't know. Let's just go with green. Was there a green boat? It looks like in the picture, we're going to put it in with it feeding from the top. And then we're just going to feed the filament in the top. And there's a little hole here. So it says it's going to take 25 minutes for the boat. So the boat is actually called 3D Benchy. So we're just going to hit print now. Yes. Okay. So there's a fan running. 0%. Let's see if it feeds us down in there. All right. So I think I've got it figured out. So we're going to feed it in the top. And then there's a gray tab that you push back. And then push it further. And now it's caught on a gear. Okay, yeah. So now it's saying that the filament, it's highlighted green. So let's hit print now. Ah, yes, there we go. And I think it's just heating up the print head because it seems like the temperature is raising. It's not feeding any filament at this time, and it's definitely not printing anything. But we will see. Okay, so now it says 16% done. And now it says it's cleaning the nozzle tip. So now it's calibrating the extrusion. And it seems to just be printing lines across the print bed. So we are finally printing the boat, or Benchy. And we are 37% done. And I'm seeing the formings of a boat. It's really cool. And here we are at 73% done. And our little boat is coming together nicely. So we're getting close. We're now at 92%. And it looks like our little boat has come a long ways. I will say the thing is a little bit noisy. I'm hoping that I'm coming across on camera at this point. But it can be a little loud. So it originally said that it was going to take 25 minutes for our little Benchy. And I've got a timer running off on the side, and we are at 26 minutes actually. So it's pretty close. We're at 96%. And I'll give you a final time at the very end. Okay, it looks like we're done. Or maybe not. It says 98%, but we have quit printing. Oh, and now it's spinning backwards, so it's feeding the spool back out of the printer. Yeah. I see how that works. So yeah, it's feeding the spool back up here, so if we had another color, it would just feed it into the printer. So I'm guessing the last 2% is for the thing to cool down. I'm not really sure. But it still says that we are at 98%, but I can see the boat is finished printing. Okay, so now it says complete, and our time is 27 minutes and 23 seconds. Okay, so the print bed is magnetic and just sticks to the top there, so I was able to pull that off.
And now I need to somehow peel this off of the print bed and not break it. Looks good overall. Oh, yeah, maybe we can just bend it a little bit. Yep, and it come right off. Nice. And then here is our little boat. It's very nice. It's really cool. And then I'll just hit close. And now we can see that we're just back on the home screen there. So to quickly go over the other things that were in the box. This looks like an additional print head. It says 0.04. And then what looks to be a bunch of maybe spare parts. I'm not really sure, but I'll definitely keep those off to the side. And then also there is a tube with what looks like a little needle of sorts in there. So I think that's for cleaning the print head. I'm not really sure. I'll have to look that up later. Looks like we have some extra little tubes for the print filament to feed through. I guess those get worn out or something. I'm not really sure. And then we have some Bambu Labs stickers. So now we also have the boat model components kit. Let's see what's in it. Looks like we have the hardware kit user guide. And then inside the little baggie is a little motor that winds up. Nice. Okay, so let's get our boat. Yeah, so this user guide is very very generic. It doesn't actually have the boat, it just has it like a block and then it says print model. So I don't think that's very useful. So just looking at the picture here, the motor just attaches to the back of the boat. So let's see if we can figure that out. Okay, so I've got it on there. It looks like it could pop off really easily again. But either way, there's our little boat. And now let's go through the other two boxes. So we got this box. I'm just going to open it up. Got a couple things here. Just pull it all out and get rid of this box. Okay. So first and foremost is another spool of PLA Basic Black. So now I'll have white, black, and green. We'll set that aside. And then I'll open this up. And a box inside a bag, inside a box. And this is our anti-vibration feet. I totally forgot that I ordered that. I can see where that will come in handy with all the vibration that was going on while I printed. So I'll put those on later. We have glue. So this is something I saw someone on YouTube using. They put down glue using the glue stick onto the print bed, and then this would help it stick to the hot bed. So I bought this to try it out. And then this must be the filament starter set, which I didn't realize it was going to come with 3 things of filament in the box, but I'm sure I'll go through it all anyways. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So what did we get? First off, we have a thing of PLA Basic Green. Hopefully you guys can see that. And then we also got beige. And it has the little color sticker there. We also got 2 things of PLA CF. And I really don't have any idea what that is, but I will do some research and we will find a project to use this with. But this one is Royal Blue. And then also Lava Gray. And then lastly, we got 2 things of PETG HF. Again, no idea what that is, but I'm going to figure it out. And in that one we got blue and red. So that about covers it. That is everything that I received with my order, how to set up the printer and the AMS, and we did our first print. So to recap, it took me about 45 minutes to unbox and set up this printer, and then 15 minutes for the calibration, and then it took about 30 minutes to put our spool in and then print out our little boat. So all in all, if you order this printer and you're looking to get started with everything, set aside an hour and a half, 2 hours to be fully done and through everything. So I made some discoveries after I stopped recording, and I just wanted to come back and go over some things that I missed and correct a couple of mistakes. So the first thing is these desiccant packs. Earlier in the video, I took them out and tossed them aside. That was wrong. What we need to do is open these up and just take the plastic wrapper off, and then you'll find the desiccant pack inside. Then inside the AMS, there's 2 slots, and we just need to open up each slot and put the pack inside the machine. This is to keep moisture away from the filament. I'm not entirely sure why, but I've seen online that that's really important, so make sure you don't miss that step. Okay, and both of those are in. And then second, I just want to go through the accessories one more time now that I've learned a little more about them. So this is a spare hot end, and basically the manual just says to replace the hot end when it becomes damaged. So we have an extra one of those. Along with that is a pack of thermal grease, and from what I can tell, you're going to use this when you install the hot end. Also, inside this little tube is the unclogging tool. So when the hot end gets clogged up with filament, you're going to use this tool to clean it out. Then inside the little baggie, we have several packs of lubricant grease, which is to be used for the lead screws. Those are inside the machine on each of the 4 corners. I'm not sure if you can see this, but it's each of these rods. We also have a couple of spare nozzle wipers, and the manual just says to replace these when it becomes damaged. So it's kind of nice that we have spare parts. We have extra screws, additional parts for the hot end, and then scraper blades for the bamboo scraper. This is just the blades, and you'll need to print out the scraper tool that the blades fit in. And then our last accessory is the spare filament cutter. I was doing some research, and it seems like you want to replace this every 1 kilogram of filament that you send through the printer, but I was seeing where people were making it much longer than that. So we'll see how that goes. And then I just want to talk about how easy it was to set up the app. You just download the Bambu Handy app from the App Store, and then create an account, scan a QR code on the screen, and it will bind the printer to your account. Once you do that, you can control the printer, view progress, and things like that. One last thing, earlier in the video, I printed out the 3D benchy boat, this one, and then tried to attach the motor from the kit to the boat. But it turns out you're supposed to print a different boat for this motor. And all you have to do is scan the QR code on this box and then print out that boat, and that should work. So that was what was going wrong there. And now back to the video. So now let's talk about future plans for this channel. I'm planning to document my journey as I continue using this 3D printer. I have several project ideas of things I want to create, and I'm going to be showing them off on this channel. So be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss out on those. Leave a comment down below with any tips that you have as I begin my journey. And also, let me know what you'd like for me to print next. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.